Eberflus is building a great defensive staff. He just stole James Rowe, cornerbacks coach from the Indianapolis Colts. He will now be a member of his Chicago Bears coaching staff. What's going on, guys? I'm back with the Chicago Bears off-season update videos. There's going to be a lot of these in the coming days, talking about all the people that the Bears add to their coaching staff on both offense and on defense. So if you guys want the latest updates, definitely be sure to subscribe to this channel. But in this video, I'll be talking about the cornerbacks coach that we got from the Colts. And again, this is no surprise, guys. Whenever a whenever a coordinator gets hired to be a head coach, they usually poach large members of their staff, right? And that's what Eberflus has done, because he built such great relationships with these guys over the past couple of years. So he obviously wants them to stay with him, even though he's going to be in a new location now with the Chicago Bears. So talking about James Rowe, guys, I mean, this is another one of those really good hires. Okay, at least on paper it looks really good, because a lot of people in the NFL have some good things to say about him. And James Rowe, guys, he actually hasn't had the most NFL experience. He's only coached this year with the Colts, so he only has 1 year with the Colts where he did really good. But before that, he only had 3 years in the NFL. So he's mainly been a college coach, which there's nothing wrong with that, right? For being a positional coach, you don't necessarily have to have NFL experience, because the fundamentals are still the same from college to the NFL. The only thing that's different is really the scheming, which is up to the coordinators. But talking about this guy and his coaching career, so he started out coaching high school back in 2007, 2010, then moved on to college, Tennessee, Bethel, graduate assistant. Moved on to Jacksonville after that for a couple years to be in a variety of different roles, cornerbacks, wide receivers, defensive coordinator. After that, he got a job at Florida to be a defensive graduate assistant. Valdosta State, 2016, defensive coordinator, did a really good job there. And after that, he got promoted to the NFL, right? So he was the assistant defensive backs coach for the Washington football team from 2017 to 2019. Went back to college, though, in 2020 to coach at Appalachian State, the cornerbacks. And then he got back to the NFL in 2021 to coach the cornerbacks for the Indianapolis Colts. People in the Colts organization and also in college football have talked in length about how smart this dude actually is. Reportedly, he's a film study geek, so he'll be in there, doing film study long hours into the night. And some players have said that he's the smartest coach that they have been around, which is a hell of a compliment. I mean, these players have been around so many coaches in their lifetimes, and a lot of them really love playing for Coach Rowe. He really stresses the fundamentals on also, turning the ball over. That's a big thing for him, because all of his players have gotten interceptions, have gotten even forced fumbles, throughout college, throughout the NFL. So clearly a really good cornerback coach. Talking about the players he's worked with, then his biggest success project is obviously Kenny Moore, current cornerback for the Indianapolis Colts. He also coached him while at Valdosta State while he was defensive coordinator, helped him be an All-American, first-team All-American in college football. So he helped him be good in college and also be good in the NFL now as well. Kenny Moore has had a great year for the Colts. Okay, a pretty high PFF grade, top 30 corner, and also 3 interceptions. So overall, really good year for Kenny Moore. And it's not just Kenny Moore, guys. Pretty much all the cornerbacks on the Colts have had pretty decent years. According to PFF, all of them are top 30 corners, and there's not that many big names on that list. Okay, Xavier Rhodes did take a few steps back because he's getting older, but aside from that, Rocky Ya-Sin was pretty good. Isaiah Rodgers was ranked 25th in the NFL, also had 3 interceptions too. So they got really great play out of their cornerbacks this year, even though they don't have necessarily the most elite talent. Going back to his time with the Washington football team, he coached cornerback Quintin Dunbar, who had 4 interceptions in 2019, which was a career high for him. In 2018, he helped Josh Norman, Fabian Moreau, DJ Swearinger each have 3 forced fumbles, which tied for the second most by all defensive backs that year. He got 3 of those people on the list. So I guess the peanut punch is definitely stressed by him for his cornerbacks to be getting all these forced fumbles, and interceptions also are pretty big as well. Based on his work with the Colts secondary last year and also in college football overall, I think this is a very solid addition to the Bears coaching staff. He's clearly really smart, really hardworking, really good attention to detail, and working with Jalen Johnson, working with Thomas Graham, whoever else the Bears add in the cornerback room, it could be a benefit to those players to get a guy that's had success in other places. So Eberflus, man, is building a pretty strong defensive staff. I'm not worried at all about our defense, guys. I feel like our defense is going to be top notch next year. I'm still concerned about the offense. Let's see who we hire as offensive coordinator, as QB coach, all that. But right now it's looking pretty good, man, on the defense. Let me know what you guys think about this move in the comments down below. But as always, bear down.